Streetwise, Intellect, Productions.
Okay, what's happening, everybody? Thank you for tuning in to another episode of The Bubble Podcast, presented by Streetwise Intellect Productions. I am your host, MistaRye The Realist, and I am privileged to have a special guest in The Bubble for an interview today. Now, y'all know we've been doing these on-camera interviews, and it has been going spectacular. I can't speak on it enough, man. It's been going so right. So I want to get more people in. I want to get more artists in. I also want to get some clothing line people in because I want them to start adding clothes to artist videos. And, you know, I want this thing to be a big network, guys. So I'm working. Just letting y'all know that. So enough about that. The special guest I got in The Bubble has been an artist that has been sending me music since the beginning of the show. And I am so appreciative of this guy because he was really supportive when The Bubble hit a speed bump as far as a radio show and had to do some other stuff. And he was just sending me suggestions like go to this radio station in Berkeley or do something. You know what I mean? He was just supportive. And on top of that, he was patient. So I finally started getting his music in a couple episodes. Last episodes, I think 8 and 9. And y'all need to go check that out. 8 and 9, I got the man up in there. So without me yapping any further, I'm going to introduce this guy. He didn't come too far. He already in the town. He's from Oakland, and the man goes by Little Larry. How you doing, brother?
What's going on, MistaRye? What's happening, man?
It's all good. It's all good, man. I appreciate you for showing up.
Yeah, it's definitely a pleasure and an honor. You know what I'm saying? I'm definitely honored to be here. I appreciate you tapping in with my music and my movement, brother.
Right,
Thank you.
right. So why don't you tell us, let's jump right into it. Why don't you tell us what part of the city you from? Now, am I right in saying Oakland? Because I've been seeing some posts on your Instagram saying Berkeley and stuff like that. So why don't you break that down for me?
I'll break it down for you, brother. So, you know, I was born in Oakland, California, you know, right there at, I think it used to be Marriott Hospital. Then it changed to Summit right there, and then I think it's something else now, right there on that hospital. What is it, 30th over there?
31st and Broadway or somewhere,
right
yeah.
There.
Yeah. I know what you're talking about.
Right there, yeah. I was born there, you dig, and then,
right.
You know, running through the town, running through Dogtown, West Oakland, you know what I mean, as a youngin'.
Okay.
And then, you know, once my granny house got shot up in West Oakland when I was a little kid, I couldn't go down there for a minute, so I stayed in B-Town all the time, you feel me, with my family out there. And so, you know, just, went through a lot of things as a young man in the town, you know, growing up, man.
Mm-hmm.
And, just, you know,
So where's your heart at? What are you claiming? What are you saying is like, this is me, this is my city, this is where I'm really from?
It's like, look, I was born in Oakland, so Oakland is my birthplace, you know, Raiders. I went to Raider games in L.A., you know, so,
right.
You know, that's my birthplace. But where I was raised in the B-Town with my boys. It's like, you know, ain't no gangs out here, right?
No.
You know what I'm saying? What it is little gangs.
Not televised,
but
at
not
least.
televised like that, right? But in my area, it wasn't gangs like that, right? It was kind of like sides and turfs and where you from. So
absolutely. Streets and blocks.
Yeah, streets and blocks. So in B-Town, you feel me, my family stayed on the south side of Berkeley. You feel me? So I got a grandmother house on the south side of Berkeley, and I got a grandmother house in Dogtown, West Oakland.
Okay. Okay.
And them 10 minutes away from each other. If you drive.
Probably less.
You feel me?
Yeah.
And if you're riding a bicycle, it's probably 20 minutes.
Okay.
AC Transit, you know what I mean? It might be 10 minutes away too.
Right.
So
right,
you know that's like my roots and my upbringing. You dig? So I get a lot of love in both areas. There's some people from Berkeley will be like, I thought you was from West Oakland. You move like you from West Oakland, and then you know by West Oakland people like, oh, you from B-Town.
Yeah, you a B-Town dude.
Yeah, you know what I mean? So that's how it go. You feel me? It's all love, though. You feel me? It's all love ones out here, family out here. So, yeah, it's a good thing, man. You know what I mean?
Okay, so let's get into the music. How long have you been making music?
And probably since I was like 10, 12 years old. You know what I'm saying? I'm freestyling with the homies, beating on the table at lunchtime at Longfellow Elementary School in Berkeley. You know what I'm saying?
As a youth, what was the influence to make you start doing that?
When I heard Lottie Dottie.
Lottie Dottie, we like the party.
Bruh, I was at
Who was that? Slick Rick, right?
Yeah, Slick Rick, man. and Dougie Fresh, man, and I was in the, like a Burger King parking lot with my auntie, and it came on the radio. And I'm tripping because he beatboxing.
Yeah.
You know what I'm saying?
Yeah,
And so
yeah.
we beatboxing when we at elementary school. You know what I mean? We beatboxing, beating on the tables and stuff like that. So
Absolutely.
when he beatboxing in a real song and then he rapping, I'm like, man, we do that. We be doing that. You know what I'm saying? We can do that.
And,
like,
he had the sound sounding like instruments for real, though, when you talking about Dougie Fresh, right?
Yeah,
I know that. I'm in the same era, yeah.
Lottie-dottie, bro.
That was the song that just put it on. You can go back to that moment and be like, man, when I heard that, I just started going hard.
Yeah, bro. You feel me? It was over with after that. You know what I'm saying? I was hooked. You know what I mean? And then being a youngster and then the homie coming out, shout out Mr. Q from Warlords 1034. He came out with that boom box and he playing that Too Short Freaky Tales.
Okay. Yeah. You talking about like the Radio Raheem type of boom box.
Yeah. You feel me? He came and put that on the corner one morning. We was, you know what I mean, at my granny house in Dogtown. You feel me? And
yeah,
he put that on that radio and we listening to it, and we youngsters though. You know, we ain't none of us 18, 16 yet. We youngsters, man.
So
12,
y'all just
13,
sitting there awestruck like, oh my God, what is this?
Yeah, you know what I mean?
Yeah.
So it's incredible stuff like that, man. Them moments, you know, just got me hooked to that music and that sound, man, you know.
So what was the moment that made you pick up a microphone and like, man, I'm about to start rapping? So you went from freestyling on the block, beating on boxes and all of that stuff.
Yeah.
When did you pick up a microphone and was like, because everybody, I know a little bit about this guy. I'm leading into it. I think that he and I got some history in the past, and I'm leading up into that. So that's where. so bear with me. Y'all know how I do these questions. So when you went from beatboxing and pounding on boxes and picking up the mic,
Yes, sir.
break that moment down because I know it's different.
So I think like one of my first shows was with Spice One at Foothill Square.
Okay.
And that's when Spice One he had that EP out and that had the Drink song on it. You know what I'm saying?
187?
187, yeah, that Drink. You feel me?
Oh, it was
187 Proof.
180. That's why I knew it. I knew it was 187 some because it was 187 everything in the songs, right? I remember that. Okay.
Yeah.
Okay.
So that was my first show. Me and the homeboy Nord, we was a group. We had took that Flashlight instrumental because that was like, you know, Flashlight, and then they had the breakdown.
Yeah.
So we had looped that on the cassette tape because you was performing off cassette tapes back in the day.
Yeah, of course.
So that was our first show. It was a little talent show at Foothill Square, man, with Spice One, and that's when I was on the mic. And when I remember being on stage and it was like the homies from the Hundreds because we was in the East Oakland. We in deep East Oakland,
Yeah, when you
right?
said Foothill Square, I already know what you're talking about.
Right?
That's
And so he say, hey, youngster, he said, y'all performing tonight? We like, yeah. He said, before you get on stage, man, let me grab the microphone and say a shout out to everybody from the 100s and 90s out here, and y'all show gonna be lit.
Okay.
Man, we let him do that. We performed our little 5-minute set.
Yeah.
Show was lit. You feel me? It was
That's
Spice
what's up.
One, man, 187 Fact, G-Nut, DNFN, you feel me? It was DJ Extra Large. It was lit, bro.
And that was your first show?
That was my first show, bro. That was just, yeah.
And that's when you was like, oh, I love it.
I love it. I'm hooked.
Yeah. So you felt that on stage adrenaline. Everybody that don't really know what it is when you on stage, it's like it's unexplainable, right? I mean, it's way beyond any drink, any kind of smoking, any kind of nose candy, whatever you do, it's way beyond that you feel, and it's like a euphoria when you perform something and everybody feeling it and they like, oh, you know what I mean? So
Yeah, bro.
that's dope. Shout out to Spice One, man.
Shout out Spice One, man.
That's what's up. So okay, so you said tapes.
Cassette
What
tape.
did you record your first sound where it's like, this me, y'all, listen to me, this is me right here? What did you record that on? As far as I know it's tapes, but how did you do it? Break it down.
So me and the homie J-Roll, shout out J-Roll, he was raw with the drum machine. He knew how to program the drum machine. So we had the drum machine. We borrowed from the homie Gary. Shout out Gary Fur. And man, he took we had the little Casio keyboard. So we just was making beats with the Casio keyboard and the drum machine, right? So you put that on one tape, you feel me? And then you take the microphone and then record on another tape.
Tell them, brother. Tell them.
Or sometimes we take,
down.
if you didn't have a microphone, right? You took the headphones and put the headphone in the microphone jack, and you could rap through the headphone.
There you go.
Feel me? So
there you go.
we was making little tapes like that, man. And then I started going to the studio. Like I went to the studio with like Fef Nitty back in the day. And
who you say Fifth Nitty?
Fef Nitty,
Oh,
yeah.
Fef, okay.
Yeah, Fef, the homeboy Fef, rest in peace. You know what I'm saying?
Gotcha.
But yeah, the homeboy Fef, he had like a 16-track digital. Well, really, it wasn't a 16. It was just 16 track with a cassette tape.
Okay.
And Yeah, recording on those too, bro. You know what I'm saying? And then from that to ADAT, DA88,
You ever did reel to reels?
did reel to reels.
Yeah.
Yeah.
So you've been in it.
Yes, sir. Excuse me, yo.
It's all good, bro. Get you some water there. So
Yeah,
you've been in it for a minute then, man. You all
Yes,
talking
sir.
about tapes and everybody. I bring these artists on here. Y'all know what's up. This is my preaching point. So I bring these artists on so y'all can see that it is real how the passion has to grow. All right. It is not just handed to you and be like, here, this is what you're supposed to do. You have to learn how to make it, how you want to make it your way, and how you want it to sound, right? So,
truth.
And then once you do that, I mean, you already passed those baby steps. You're not baby stepping no more. So that's why I always ask these specific points of these artists when they're in here. So, good. You got it recorded, all these ADATs and reel to reels. Did you ever go shop them around to somewhere?
I did.
Okay.
So,
Tell us about that.
you know, I'm like a family dude. So I got, everybody, we all got family everywhere, right? And so me, I just happened to have my cousin. One of my cousins was Nelly manager, right? Shout out T Love. And so
Nelly from the St. Lunatics?
yeah,
Okay.
yeah.
Yeah, you've been networking in. Okay, go ahead, brother. Go ahead.
Yeah, man. So, I basically, make sure I got a lot of game from them when they was going through their situation, they things. You feel me? And that led me to go independent. You feel me? It was like I see the different things they was going through with their labels and things like that. And you hear
Break it down.
You hear a lot of artists talk about this nowadays. You see these artists come out and say, "Oh man, this guy owes me millions, and I'm supposed to get paid for this, and I don't own my masters." Basically, to me, you coming from the neighborhoods and going through the things.
That's your camera.
For sure, going through the things that I went through in life. You feel me? At an early age, it taught me to not let people bully you.
Absolutely.
So for me, I was seeing a lot of artists basically get punked in their record labels and record deals. Like I'm meeting with Mike Concepcion, one of the founders of the Crips, and riding with him and his Benz and or was that the Rolls Royce? One of them. But he giving me game as a youngster.
How did he? I knew he was going that. How was he lacing you up as a youngster?
He telling me, he say, "Bro, I see the look in your eyes." He say, "You drove down here to my house. I stayed next door to one of the Clippers."
That's
right?
passion, boy.
He say, "You drove down here in your car to your house." He say, "You got your two homies with you, but you drove your car."
Yeah.
Right?
Yeah.
He said, "You riding with me right now. I'm gonna give you the game." He's like, "You don't need me." He's like, if you really want to do it, just do it.
You got the fire already.
what I
That's
mean?
what he was telling you. It's
Yeah.
like you already got it. You just showing up to his house.
Yeah.
Yeah.
You know what I mean? And so it's things like that. I got laced by the OGs real early, working with Pee Wee from the Dangerous Crew, who was a producer.
Okay, yeah, I remember.
Pee Wee worked with Tupac, Digital Underground.
Yeah, he did
Too
a lot
Short,
of work. He did a lot of
Janet
work.
Jackson, Prince. You know what I'm saying?
Yeah.
Him telling me, he say, "Man, look, hey, I go over here and I might go do this for a few months and do some other work outside of music. You know what I mean? And then come back to the music game up and down. All musicians keep a day job, keep other hustles, keep multiple income streams.
Absolutely.
Because you can't always count on the music, or count on the label to pay you.
Absolutely.
You know what I mean? And
Absolutely.
so, you got to have multiple income streams as an artist. Your music might be hot for 2 years, and then the next 2 years the sound change. You know what I'm saying? So yeah, these guys was teaching me about having multiple income streams. You know what I mean? And so because you hear these artists, I went broke. Well, you just depended on the label to pay you.
Yeah. Or you depended on that advance money.
Right.
Yeah.
You know what I'm saying? So yeah, I just getting laced by the OGs. It just forced me to be independent, and what that did was I have over 30 albums out now.
Good. We're going to get into that. We're going to get into that.
And I own all of that. You know what I mean? And so I listen to these guys be like, damn, you a grown man and you don't own your hit music. Like, that gotta hurt. You know what I mean? Like, I feel they pain. Like, dang.
That gotta hurt.
That hurt. Like, you feel like.
And somebody's still getting paid off of it. That's the
and
cold part.
And they'll get paid off of it for the rest of their life. I just seen an interview with Future, and he talked about that. Like, I get all my residuals. Like, you got to set your contracts and things up right. You know what I mean?
Absolutely.
But at the time, like when we was coming up, it was dudes like flossing on me, talking about, I'm signing to Universal, and those guys' albums never came out.
Never came out.
Like,
That absolutely, bro.
These guys was flossing on me through the town. I'm like, bro,
Yep.
I'm your guy. You ain't putting me on.
Yeah, I remember, man.
You remember that they was handing out deals like they was throwing out peppermints to the candy canes at Christmas.
Yeah,
man.
only to selected few, and then you know what I mean. That selected few would only mess with a selected few. So it wasn't. It's not like what we're doing right here on this platform, just trying to uplift everybody and network. It wasn't like that back in the day, man.
Well, no, because these guys it was all flash and floss. You know what I mean?
Yeah.
It wasn't really what it was, man. These guys,
no plans, no goals.
They wasn't getting what they say. They wasn't getting treated right by the labels. You know,
Mm-hmm.
you got signed, but what did you get signed to, man?
So you learned that great bit of knowledge from going to what label? Did you go to a specific label, or did you just try to go through certain people and they kind of like, nah, don't do it that way?
It was the people that just was put me on the game with these labels, what they was on, and everybody talks about this now. You hear it, like that's what I'm talking about. Like they was putting me to, it ain't what it really is. You got your own money, do your own thing. You know what I mean? Like a lot of cats, they didn't. Miami, shout out Miami, Mac Dre brother. He told me, he said, "L, I would sign you to Thiz, right? But I'm a record label. You could put out your own albums. You don't need me. You gotta produce your own records." He say people come to a record label because they can't put their own record out. That's why people need a record label. But when you can put the own money into your project, you got the producers. Like One Drop Scott is on my album. One Drop Scott is the one that produced Get Stupid for Mac Dre. You feel me? I got a song called Go Stupid. Like, you know, we neighbors, man. You know, shout out One Drop Scott can function, man. But
One Drop Scott, he had an album, a self name album out, didn't he?
Yeah,
One Drop Scott.
everybody.
I remember that. See, yeah, I'm a music head, y'all.
Yeah.
I'm a music head. So go ahead, brother.
You could tap in with One Drop from he on IG. Shout out, but
Okay, shout him out. Yeah,
Yeah,
I'm gonna give you a chance to do all your shout outs and plugs. You know what I mean? We gonna network.
So all these are like all the different people that gave me game over the years on the music industry, and why I was like, I really don't need to sign with no label. You know what I mean? Like I had homies be on tour, like on worldwide tours, and they be like, bro, the guy that does the lights getting paid more than me right now. You know what I mean? And I'm like, for real, wow.
It's real talk though, y'all.
You know
That's
what I
real
mean?
talk. The roadies get more money.
Yeah, the guy setting up the stage,
Yeah.
and setting up your show is getting paid more than the artist.
And packing the speakers, you know what I mean? They getting more.
And right, and so for me, you know what I mean? I'm like, God, how these guys are living? Well, I'm living a life then right here in the town. Like, it's good. You know what I mean?
Y'all heard
Like,
that. Y'all heard that. As long as you owning your music, you living that life. Even though we ain't on top, we ain't flashy and flossy, I don't think I ever been like that. Ever. You know what I mean? And I don't want to be like that. I want to be able to say that, hey, we got this podcast that's uplifting everybody. You know, we got this network cracking over here. You know what I mean? I don't need big Cuban links on and all of that stuff to show y'all that we working. You know what I mean? This is real. Damn, that's dope, bruh. That's dope. This is the reason why I brought him on, because I know his history in music is rich, and I want you guys to soak this up. Speaking of which, now I believe that we've met before. All right. I believe that I threw a show. I don't know. Tell me if I'm wrong. If I am, I apologize. But I threw a show way back in the days at Sweet Jimmy's. And you came through with your crew and you got on stage, and I had booked like 10 acts or something that night. And came in, y'all had to sign on stage, and y'all was doing it live. And it was a Little Larry I booked, but I don't know if it was you, but this was years ago, man. Was that you? Sweet,
Man.
do you remember doing a little quick show at Sweet Jimmy's?
I performed at Sweet Jimmy's. I remember for Sugar T thing when she was doing that HBO show. Probably another time too.
Yeah, but no, it was years. Yeah,
probably so, bro.
Okay, yeah. I mean, but it's been so many years in between, y'all. You know what I mean?
Sweet Jimmy's a few different times, so you know, I'm like, man.
Yeah, but no, it was an independent show. It wasn't no real big people there. It was just me. Just putting on a show. It was Streetwise Intellect Productions.
That's
you know what I mean?
remember the name. That's what I was telling
and we got on stage.
See?
We was throwing shirts out into the crowd, and we had it live. It was lit.
Hey.
It was lit, man. And I was like, I need another one of them shows. I wish I had the footage for y'all. I'll be throwing that up, man.
I was just gonna say, what year was that, man?
You know what? I be forgetting the year, but I think
it ain't just me then.
No, it ain't you. It ain't you, man.
No, I'm like, what year was that, bro?
No, when you moving so much, you know what I mean, and you got so much ambition, guys, you forget. You remember the event, but you forget the time stamp on that event, and that's where I'm at. I forget.
Okay,
so I remember a Little Larry, and I know it's no other Little Larrys. I mean, I know it's a lot of Little Larrys out there, but not from the town that's rapping and doing it hard with the history that you got.
Yes, sir. Yes, sir.
Okay.
And then I spell Little the real way. You know, I'm LITTLELARRYE.
Okay.
You know what I mean? So that's how I distinguish
the real
myself.
way instead of LIL.
Yes, sir.
I got you.
Sir. Yes, sir.
I got you. So
shout out to the LILs out there.
Yeah, I mean, yeah, it's no hating. Like this,
I feel like that all the little guys is in my universe. The Lil Waynes, Lil Durks. You know what I mean? We are the little family, man. Shout out to all the littles.
All right, since we own it, man, break down the name. How'd you get it, and how did it stick?
Straight up, man. My pops. You know what I mean? My pops was Big Larry. I'm Lil Larry, Larry Jr.
Okay.
You feel me? Free Tim Jr. You know what I mean? Shout out Third World, man. So yeah.
And that's how it stuck. It's
That's
just
how
like,
it
man,
stuck.
I'm just little Larry, man.
Yeah, pops Big Larry, you feel me? My pops from the town. You feel
Did
me?
Pops do any rapping or anything in music?
Hey, Pops had game, you feel me? You know
Yeah,
how
that's
game
enough.
is when they talking to you, right?
Yeah,
So
it
it's
sound
kind of
like
like
a
that
rap.
rap. Yeah, you know what I mean?
Sound like spoken word or something. Yeah,
you know what I mean?
Yeah, I know
So
exactly what you're saying.
Pops would give me that game, you feel me? My Pops, he was born in St. Louis, you know what I mean? Then the family moved to Oakland, you feel me? And then, he grew up in East Oakland back in the day, you feel me? Where 6'9" Village at. And then
Oh yeah, I remember 6'9".
the fam moved to Dogtown after that, you feel me? And
Okay.
So, yeah, man.
Do you have any other musical influences in family? Did family do anything in music, like instruments, or did mom play a lot of old oldies around you?
Oh yeah,
or,
for sure.
You know
Records,
what I mean?
man. So mom, she used to work at a record distribution place where they package the records and send them out to the record stores, right?
The vinyl.
The vinyl,
Yeah,
right? So
yeah.
mom's had all these promotional records. She got all the promotional
stacks
the
of it.
freebies,
Yeah,
right? She got all
yeah.
the freebies. I'm like, you got promotional copies of this promotion? She's like, yeah, they used to give them to us at the warehouse.
Yeah.
Yeah.
And
Yeah,
so
so I listened to all them records, man, for sure. Definitely
that
influenced.
has to be an influence just to see all that vinyl and vintage vinyl now, because it ain't out now. You know what I mean? But
Yeah, bro.
does she still have them, or
Yeah, she passed them on to me for sure.
okay?
She's like, "Here,
I was about to
son."
say, you got the collection still.
Yeah.
You still
man.
be knocking them.
Hey, every now and then I bust them out, man, for sure.
Okay. Now speaking of the music, man, I've been going through your IG.
Yes, sir.
Now I heard you talk about you got like 30 catalogs out, but I'm
over
not
30 albums.
but I'm not
for sure.
seeing you post any music lately. Why is that?
Because I want to put messages out to the people. Like, it's a lot of black knowledge and everything going on right now. You feel me? And so I want to spread that black knowledge. You know, I feel like it's a lot of good knowledge out there and a lot of things that me and my brothers might talk about, but I don't necessarily have to speak on it because somebody else spoke on it or they made a video on it. And I feel like in these times right now, people need to know what I stand for. You know, when they see me in the streets, I'm about the people. You know what I mean?
Absolutely.
I ain't left the hood. That's why a lot of people like, hell, you still around the hood. You good in the hood. Yeah. 'Cause
Hell yeah.
I ain't burnt up the hood. I ain't, you know what I mean? I'm not around here robbing people and things like that and wronging people. You get what I'm saying? So when you live a certain lifestyle, you can actually stay in the hood that you was raised in. You dig what I'm saying? And move a certain way, you know?
Tell them.
And for sure, it is dangerous, right? But it's always been dangerous. You know what I'm saying? Like I mentioned, my granny house got shot up with 2 Uzi 62 bullet holes, or it was 61 when I was a youngster. You feel me? And so I remember counting all the bullet holes and like, yeah, you can't play baseball at the park across the street no more. You feel
It's
me?
a wrap on that.
Yeah. You know, I was mad, man. You know, but then the Berkeley leagues embraced me.
Yeah, I hear you.
You know, shout out Babe Ruth baseball, man. Little League baseball.
Yeah, I was part of Babe Ruth too. Shout them out, man.
Yeah,
That's
KMS, man. KMS.
Yeah, I ain't gonna shout out my team. My team.
Why
was
not, bro? Shout them out.
Well, Central. Central. We was hard.
There you go.
Central was hard. We was hard. I ain't gonna speak on it too hard, but but yeah. So you just posting stuff for the people. I feel that, man, because I be reading through the quotes and all of that stuff, and I think that's nice, bro. But I want to hear some music, man. And I caught some of your music. I caught some of your videos and whatnot, and I want to talk about that. But then go ahead and rebuttal what you was about to say.
I was gonna say, and at the same time, all this technology is new, right? And how we use it. So I'll be testing it out. Like, you know what I'm saying? I got my names in like the Sims video games. I tested out like video games for EA Sports, Electronic Arts. And so my name in a couple of them video games as a quality assurance tester. So I'll be testing out how like the IG work or how the Twitter work or how people respond to certain things.
Yeah, I do that too.
You know what I'm
like
saying?
the hashtags. I be playing with the hashtag game, yeah.
So I'm still learning. Basically, so you're going to see me post music. I was thinking about doing a whole channel where I just post nothing but my music, because now we could get paid. You get paid off them plays, and thank you for posting my music on your thing.
Yeah.
Them little 15-second
all
clips,
of that stuff count.
It add up to them little nickels and them little point.
Tell them again, man. Tell them again, man. I don't think people understand the work that's going into this podcast and this really a benefit to everybody I'm helping out here, man, because the more I play your music, the more you're going to get from on the back end.
Right.
If you know how to do it, you know what I mean?
Yeah,
and that's the exposure that I'm trying to do for people, man. So I love that you're speaking on that. Go ahead.
Yeah, man, and basically you got these online distributors, right? Everybody like, what should I do? DistroKid, United Masters, this, that. It just depends on what deal you like for yourself, right? I go through CD Baby because they one of the oldest and one of the first. So I put out album
Pioneer.
about 2004, right? That album I put it out on CD. I printed it with them.
Mm-hmm.
There was no iTunes and none of that in 2004, right?
Yeah, you got to send like 5 CDs in for them to keep in stock.
You already know
I'm on CD Baby, blood. Come on, man, I'm on it.
Right. And so you did that, but as the internet grew and all these places grew, they put your music everywhere too. You know what I'm saying? And so that's why.
And get it monetized.
Right, they got it all monetized. So they helped me move from CD age to the whole streaming age.
There you go.
Now it's cheaper to put a streaming album out than it is to
way
put
quicker
a
too.
CD. Way quicker. You know, you could do a video. I shout out BandLab. You could do the BandLab app, do a video, record the whole
BandLab
studio.
too. Yeah.
Oh, I'm gonna have to invite you on some collaborations.
Yeah, we on. That's what I'm saying. Shout out all of this because it's all going to connect.
And it's the technology, man. We got to use it to our advantage, and it's faster now. You know what I mean? We ain't got to be in the studio together. You could be at your house, I'll be at my house.
Yeah.
You do your verse, I do my verse.
Yep.
Song done. You know what I mean?
Yep.
We got to use it, y'all.
Collabed up. All right. Man, I can go on and on talking about you, but we're going to talk about some of these projects, bro.
Yes, sir. Yes, sir.
All right. So the 2 songs you sent to me, man, slap. All right. They slap. And I like it. You know what I mean?
Yeah.
But it's 2 totally different mind frames there, bruh.
Oh, yeah, I got styles.
One thing, I like that, man. It's so artistic, and you see that everybody loving it. You see the comments on my post that if you go back and it's slap, and they downloading the podcast, and I love y'all for that. Thank you. But the other one you sent me, Lesbian Love. Now, I played that one on the last episode too, y'all. Go check that out. Lesbian Love is like totally different, bro. It's like a dark melodic, right? Tell me, how did you get these mind frames? I mean, yeah, I see the diversity, but I want you to explain, like, how did you get into the mind frame of one thing, and then how did you get into the mind frame of Lesbian Love?
I can dig it, man. So, like, you know, one thing, I was on my positive vibes, you know what I'm saying? Just, like, man, I need to make a positive rap song, no cursing, you know, something on the uplift. You know what I mean? We about to uplift, right? For the uplift for the people. So I like, let me make something positive, you know what I mean? For the people that everybody could feel, your grandma could feel, your mama could feel, you know, my mama could listen to because she don't like all that cussing. You know what I'm saying?
Yeah.
And so, yeah. And then shout out to the homie Simon Toklo. So that's the platinum producer from Sweden that I work with.
He made the beat?
Yeah, he made the beat.
That beat, so nice, man.
Man, Simon got this whole other style, bro. Like his whole vibe. Don't nobody really make beats like him out here. And no disrespect to none of the producers out here, because I love the beats from out here. You know what I'm saying? It's just, you know, Simon been my homie for 20 years. We've been working on songs for 20 years together.
Yeah,
you know?
y'all vibing. So don't mess up that vibe, man.
Yes, sir. You know what I'm saying? And so he bring out a whole different element of my rap. Like, that's what the beats do. You know, being a artist with different styles, it's just about the music that's behind me. So if you got a certain type of music, it's gonna bring a certain type of style out of me. You know what I mean? Because I adapt to any beat. I'm one of them people. I look at beats as a challenge. Like, I love all type of beats. You feel me?
Yeah.
And so he bring that out. So on that one thing, you know, we on that groove, like that summertime feel. That you can listen to it in the wintertime too. You know what I mean? It's one of them year round vibe songs. You can play at any party. You can play at any little function and just be chilling. You know. And then you get into Lesbian Lover, man, and that's kind of like you know, we all just had these experiences, you know what I mean?
Okay, I get that.
And these experiences, man, I like to talk about things that I experienced personally, because them the easiest songs to make. You know, you don't gotta make up nothing. You don't gotta think of no hellified lyrics or words and nothing like that. It's like, bro, I lived this. This was my life.
It come natural.
Yeah, you know what I mean? I was messing with a chick, and she was like, man, I like chicks. I want to mess with chicks. Can I bring some chicks home? I'm like, shit. Yeah, sound good.
So you breaking the conversation down, and then all of a sudden what come out, what you feeling, and that's what it is. Yeah. So okay, so that's basically a writer in his head right there. Basically, I mean, you feel the beat first, and then you get into your head.
Yes, sir.
Okay.
Yes, sir.
That's what I was trying to break down.
Yeah,
and I love it.
I listen to that beat, man, and that beat the beat to bring out something. You know, it's a spiritual moment. Honestly, you know, it's a real spiritual thing because I consider all rappers, not just me. The Bible is written in verses, right?
Yeah.
And then what does a rapper write?
Verses. Yeah. I hear you. It's very important.
And so I consider like all artists like
prophetic.
All artists because they part of life that they know. They part of the story, and it's morals to everybody's story. You know, we all fall down and get back up.
That's what's up. That's what's up, man.
Yes, sir.
I love it. Okay, projects.
Yes, sir.
I need to know what projects you got coming out.
Yes,
what projects is dropped already, like recently.
Okay.
And how can I find them since you're not posting on IG?
Man, Little Larry, hey, littlelarrymusic.com. But see, you give me the game. Go post on IG. And
there you go.
That, you know what I mean?
Post on IG, brother.
I got to post all this music. Like I say, I got over 30 albums. And sometimes I just get caught up in making the music. And like I say, I got to go back and learn IG and make sure I get it right. But
just play with it.
Yeah, we're going to learn that.
Yeah, but, together. It's good.
Yeah, you know what I'm saying?
Yeah.
We're going to build this thing up, man.
So 30 albums, right? Which one is the most recent?
The most recent album is my Christmas album, Very Larry Christmas. Man.
Very Larry Christmas.
Yeah,
okay.
I got the deluxe version, then I got the regular version. You feel me?
So what is that song Hella Thick off of?
Man, Hella Thick, that's one of them new singles.
See, that's what I'm saying. I'm telling you, brother, I'm looking.
Hey, because
I'm looking.
I ain't gonna lie, right? That's a song I've been sitting on, and I didn't want to drop it because I mentioned the Kardashian, right? And I was like, she married, but now that she single, or
well, estranged.
She's single. So, you know what I'm saying? Now that she's single, I put that out there. But, yeah, I figured, man, why not? You know, it's a fun song I've been sitting on. And then I got a couple other little summertime joints, a song with Naturally Dope, you know what I'm saying?
Yeah, my man brought Naturally Dope in here. He been a supporter, too. We're going to get him in here for his talk. He let me know he an artist. I'm going to start looking at his IG, too. I just wanted to do a sidebar. Thank you, brother, for coming in and supporting this man and keeping it lit, you know what I mean? Thank you for supporting the podcast too, brother. I appreciate you. But go ahead. I didn't mean to cut you off. I just wanted to shoot in that love, man.
Yeah, man. No, that's good, man. Like, so yeah, I got music with Naturally Dope. He got a record coming. I'm about to just drop these singles, man. I've been sitting on a lot of music, and I was supposed to go to Sweden. And work with my homie and work on a project.
Oh, the producer.
Simon Toklo.
Okay, gotcha.
Yeah, I was supposed to go to Sweden, work with Simon Toklo right before the pandemic hit. I was going in April, the pandemic hit in March.
Mm-hmm.
And so I got all this music that I've been sitting on that I'm about to just release to the world, man.
That's what's up. I'm ready for it, man.
Yeah.
I'm ready for it. This is the type of artistry that I want in here. And y'all say, I know y'all was like, who the hell is Little Larry? Who the hell is Woo? I do my homework. I know who I'm bringing in here, guys. I know who I want to influence you guys, all right? So y'all need to stay tuning in, man. Y'all keep supporting this thing. I love it. So as far as shows, bro, I'm trying to squeeze it in because I'm getting signs from my man that we winding down. We've been running our mouth too much.
Yes, sir. It's good.
So as far as shows, let me know. You got shows coming up? Did you do a show?
Hey, right now, I'm just about to release this music. I might go on tour with Naturally Dope in Hawaii. We'll stay tuned. I'll let everybody know on IG. You feel me? The show went out there and performed in Reno at the Wet Club. So a couple things
in Reno?
Yeah.
Okay.
Reno. I'll stay tuned. I'll let people know about it. I'll keep y'all updated on the shows. And definitely, like, y'all look this next month. It's going to be music dropping all month for Father's Day, you know, because I'm a father. Shout out to the kids. I love y'all.
That's what's up. That's what's up.
Yeah, you know what I mean? And, yeah, it's just, that's what it is, man. You know, I got all type of different styles. It's old dirty. It's kind of old dirty bastard fault. You know,
he was a great influence, man. Rest in peace to that man.
I interviewed him, right?
Oh, for real?
Yeah, so I got the interview on my YouTube. Y'all look up
There you go. Shout it out.
Y'all look up Lil Larry interviews ODB 1994. In that conversation, he gave me so much game. He telling me right there. He signed to a record label and told me right then. I was only 16 years old. He said, bro, I'm signed to the label and I'm on welfare.
Mm-hmm.
You feel me? I got all of these guys from these different angles already early in the game telling me the real. So y'all go check out Lil Larry interviews ODB. And if y'all want, because I own the footage, y'all can feature it on y'all show too.
Okay.
So
Shoot
you
it
know
to
what I
me.
mean? Yeah, it's
Shoot it to
on
me.
YouTube.
I'll
Just
make it happen.
download it.
Download it and make it
y'all
happen.
have my full permission.
Okay.
To, put that
No,
out.
it's all good.
Yeah,
it's all good.
because what this is about is like we got to share each other history and
there you go.
You know what I mean, and put it out there because we all have history. We all have a story.
There you go.
We all been affected by the war on drugs, the war on black people, the war on minorities. You know, the war on the natives. You know what I mean? You know, they mislabel us to keep us divided. You know what I mean?
Absolutely, man.
And so I'm all about just the people, man. You know what I mean? Power to the people, man.
I love it, man. I love it. All right.
Real,
as far as like, I know you said you was independent and you making moves on your own.
Yeah.
Do you or have you had a team behind you, like some management or publicists or somebody that's, you know what I mean, that's helping you do what it is that you do?
No, sir, bro. It just be me, you know what I mean, to the neck, to the grind, you feel me? And I just push the music because, like, people tell me, man, content is king. You know what I'm saying? So
the more content you got, man, you the ruler of the world, boy.
Yeah, and so especially because they paying you in stock numbers below the penny numbers, you got to have a lot of music to even make some money. You know what I mean? To keep them algorithms going and to be a part of that machine. So the more music you put out, the more money you make. It's a real simple formula. Like I like to keep it simple. So that's why I got instrumental records. I do ambient music. I got some ambient albums out where you can just meditate and zone out and think about, whatever you want to think about.
LittleLarryMusic.com, man. Y'all go check my man music out, man. Go ahead. I didn't want to cut you out. I'm just plugging. I'm plugging.
I appreciate it.
Yeah.
I need this. You know what I mean? I don't get out. I was telling the homie, I don't get out much, man. It's over there, it's old school jingle town.
Yeah.
You know what I mean? I'm from the old school. Do we got to bring the thing in there? What's happening? You know what I mean? Because like I say, I am from out here. You feel me? So, but shout out to y'all, man. I appreciate it, man. The love, the respect, the whole setup is very professional. You know what I mean?
We appreciate that. Thank you.
I love this. You know what I mean? And if you need any other artists, I
know. I do.
I know some artists.
Yeah.
And I'm gonna
recommend
them
make it
to
happen.
you.
Yeah.
All the connects, because that's what I'm about. Any artist I know, I'm
Network.
like, hey, they got the podcast over here. Y'all got a new album coming out because I know the homie Mac Ream and them working with Marvelous right now, and the homie Young Roca. He a young artist from Berkeley, California. He got more songs than me, I think now. Like
that's what's up.
Yeah, so it's guys out here grinding, underground, independent, doing their thing, man.
Okay.
Yeah.
All right, man. I can go on and on, man. I know we running over our time.
It's good, man. We could always have a part 2, brother.
Yeah, we sure can. We sure can. So as far as like, before we get into the conclusion, man, I want to thank you first of all, man. Thank you. No matter how much you say that you love doing this, I know everybody is busy. All right,
sir.
And we make time, even in our adulthood, we make time to do what we have passions for. And I know that you made time to get here, and I appreciate you, man.
Yes, sir.
I appreciate the support from the beginning of the show, and I've always been wanting to get you on the show and tell you that. Thank you. You know what I mean? Thank you. All right, so right now I'm just going to open it up for him to plug anything, merch, any folks that you think you missed as far as plugging them, shouting them out. Go ahead. You got like a minute and a half, and just go ahead and show the love and shout them out, brother.
Shout them out. Hey, man, shout out Shaheem, the Rugged Child. You know what I'm saying? From the Wu-Tang Clan. Me and him did a freestyle back when we was both kids, 16 years old. You can check that out on my YouTube, too. He got the Rugged was it the Rugged Road to Recovery podcast right now? You feel me? And yeah, man, shout out Shaheem. I talked to him. He's a good brother. You know what I'm saying? Y'all check out Shaheem. You feel me? And man, just all the homies, everybody out there, man. DJ Lex, you know what I'm saying? DJ True Justice, DJ Chill Status, you know what I'm saying? Everybody out there, man. Anybody I work with, Mac Ream Music, Big Twine, you know what I'm saying? Marvelous, Little Marvelous, Dirty Don, JDI, Free Tim Jr., you feel me? AKA Shelby McDaniels, you know what I'm saying? Falsely accused. But yeah, man, shout out to Jay Stalin and them, Lil Blood, Third World, everybody from the town, man. All the young artists, like, to me, them like the artists that's a little younger than me, right? And then they done took it further than me. I think, like, I got over 30 projects. Jay Stalin probably got over 70 projects, you feel me?
Yeah, they've been doing it.
Yeah,
they started young, too. But, I mean, they started, like, really deep into it young.
Yeah.
Like, when we were, like, 16, we was freestyling on the block, but they was behind the mic.
Putting recording
They was already doing it.
Because they got the game. See,
exactly.
that's what happens
exactly.
when you get the guys the game.
But that's what this is.
You're right. The youngsters take it further than we take it, and that's how the game is supposed to be.
There
That's
you
what
go,
each
people.
one teach one is about. You take it further than where I took it. That's what I want y'all to do. Do it better than me. Be better than me. You
There
feel
you
me?
go.
Go further.
There
Put
you
a
go.
song out every day, a video out every day. Why not?
All right, man. Hey, I love this man's personality, and y'all gonna hear us talking about him a little bit more. My man, Little Larry, was in the bubble for a nice interview, guys, and I, for one, have fun. And we can keep this lit. As y'all can see, I can run my mouth, and I can pick a brain. So with that being said, we're going to conclude the show. And again, I'm going to thank my man, Little Larry Music on IG for coming out and just chopping it up with me. I am MistaRye The Realist, and this is the Bubble Podcast. I will see y'all next week. I'm out.
Streetwise Intellect Production.